Hello there. One of the way you can optimize your website is by optimizing the JavaScript and CSS code as well as JavaScript and CSS files from your website. So in this tutorial, we are going to look at how to optimize our JavaScript and CSS code and files. To optimize it, what we need to do is we have to remove all unused JavaScript and CSS files from our website. So let's say we have some JavaScript or CSS files present on our website, but it is not being used right now. Maybe earlier we were using the scripts, but now it is not required. So we need to identify such JavaScript or CSS files and code which is not used in our website right now, and we need to remove such codes from our website. So let's see how to identify which JavaScript file is not used in our website, which CSS file is not used in our website, and even if the JavaScript or CSS file is used, what percentage of this JavaScript file is used on our websites. To check this, there is a code coverage tool available in Google Chrome which we can utilize, which is very popular. So open your website in Google Chrome and go to inspect mode. And once you open inspect mode, on the right side you will see these three dots. So click on these three dots and there you will see more tools. Inside more tools you will find code coverage. So here you can see coverage is there. So you have to click on this coverage. Once you click on the coverage button, you will see a screen like this. Here you will see a reload button. To start the coverage, click on the reload button. And once it is started, browse the different pages of your website and do some actions. For example, I am going to home page of my website and I am scrolling through my website, and then I am going to a product page again, and then I will add one product to the cart. And once you have done these different activities, stop the coverage using this red button. So here click on the stop and your coverage is ready. Now let's analyze this coverage to see what percentage of which file is used. So here you can see we have all the different files available and what is the type of the file, whether it is CSS file or JavaScript file, and what is the total byte of the file. And here we have the most important information, which is unused bytes of the file and what is the percentage of unused code. So this is where we have to look and identify unused code. So here you can filter your CSS and JavaScript file. Click on this all button and then you can filter. For example, I want to check this report for my CSS files. So I will click on CSS and I will see all CSS files which were loaded when I browse these pages. Now when you look at this unused byte, you can see like 88%, 82% of these unused files are there. And here you can see there are few files which is unused 100%. So you have to review these files whether really it is used in one place or another place or not, because it might be possible that you have loaded this file in all pages, but you require these files only in few pages. But in our code coverage, whatever pages we have browsed, these files are not required. That's why this unused percentage is 100. So you have to review all the files where unused percentage is 100 or close to 100 and figure out whether really these files are required or not. And once you identify that these files are not required, you can remove this. For example, I have added one custom CSS file in my project here, which is not required for my project. Earlier I needed this CSS file, but now I don't need it, and I can also see that this file is not used anywhere in our website, anywhere in the pages where we have visited. So I will go ahead and remove this. So this is how you have to identify all the CSS files which you don't need in your website. So use this coverage tool to identify all unused CSS and JavaScript files from your website. Now I can see this old my CSS file is coming from this third-party test module. So I will go ahead in my project and I will identify where that CSS file is added. So this is the third-party test module, and I can see this file is added in my default.xml layout file. So what I will do, since we don't need this CSS file, I will remove this completely from here and I will also delete that CSS file from web CSS folder. So I will remove that CSS file from web CSS folder, and once I remove this, I will run static content deployment and I will clean cache to make sure the changes are reflecting. Now static content deployment is done. I will go back to my website and I will run code coverage again. I will go to DevTools section. I will go to More Tools. I will click on coverage and I will reload the coverage. And once I browse through different pages, I will stop the coverage. Now you can see old my CSS file is not present right now and it is completely removed from our project. So utilize this coverage tool to identify all unused CSS file, all unused JavaScript file, review those files whether you really need those JavaScript files or not. Also review the files where unused bytes are close to 100%. For example, you can see these CSS files are close to 90%. So you can review this CSS file whether you really need it or not. And actually these styles-m.css or styles-l.css file, these are the default CSS files. So I will not remove it, but you can review other similar files from your project to see whether they are used or not and remove it. The next thing that we have to do in terms of CSS and JavaScript optimization is removing this CSS and JavaScript file from specific pages and implement them only on the required pages. For example, I had to add gray color as the background color for my product details page. So I have added a mycss.css file where I have added the background color gray. So it is working fine as you can see. But if you check, when I go to home page, there also you can see a background color is gray. So this is not what I was expecting. I wanted the background color as gray only on product detail page, not on other pages. But right now it is implemented on all pages. So you have to check from where this CSS file is coming right now. So as I can see, it is coming from third-party test module. So I will go ahead and check in this third-party test module which way it is added right now, due to which it is appearing on all pages. So I am in the project and I can see in the default.xml layout file the mentioned CSS file is added. Now as a Magento developer, you know that whatever CSS or JavaScript file we add via default.xml file, it will be added in all pages. It will not be added in any specific page. So what we can do here, we have to move this CSS file from default.xml to the specific layout file which impacts product detail page only. So we know we have a specific layout handle for product detail page which is called catalog product view. So I will catalog product view.xml file and I will move this code from default.xml to catalog product view.xml file. So I have added this CSS file in catalog product view.xml and I will remove this CSS file from default.xml and I will run static content deployment command. Now static content deployment is done. I will go back to my website and reload my website. So right now I am in the home page and you can see my css.css file is not being loaded on the home page. Now let's go to product details page. So as we move to product detail page, we can see my css.css file is being called on product detail page and gray background color is being applied. So you have to identify all your JavaScript file and CSS file which are required only for specific pages, and you have to move those JavaScript and CSS files to those specific pages using layout handles. We can do further optimization to this code also. Let's say we want this CSS file to be loaded only for one specific type of product. Let's say we want this feature only for configurable product. So we can do further optimization to this. Right now, using this catalog product view.xml file, this CSS file is being loaded on all pages. So we can even further improve this by moving this CSS file to configurable layout. So we have a specific layout handle for configurable product type, which is catalog product view type configurable. So I will move this code to this new layout file, and I will delete another layout file which is being applied on all product detail pages. And then I will run static content deployment command, and once it is done, I will go back to my project and I will reload the product detail page. Now you can see this is a configurable product where our CSS file is applied, which is good. Now let's try to find a product which is not configurable and check whether this CSS file is removed from that page or not. So you can see this is a simple product and there is no gray background color in this page. So we have achieved some further improvement by moving the CSS file to a specific product type page. The next thing that you need to do is you need to use less third-party CSS and JavaScript files in your project. So basically you have to try to minimize the use of any third-party JavaScript or CSS libraries, and you have to try to achieve your custom requirement using built-in JavaScript library and CSS files. So this way we will be loading less CSS and JavaScript libraries and we will achieve our requirement also. Also, most of these third-party libraries, they come with lot of code and features which you don't require in your project, but since you need some specific feature of this library, that's why you are using this library. So if you are not using the third-party libraries, all the extra code which is part of this library will not be loaded in your project. So this is one of the reasons you should try to avoid third-party CSS and JavaScript libraries.